And I'm back with you guys today, and today we are bringing you guys Operation Phantom Sight for Rainbow Six Siege. This is year 4, season 2 operation. As you can see, we have the two new operators, one defending, one attacking. We have Warden on the side of defending, and Nook on the side of attacking. This is the second major update for year 4, which aims to improve the game experience by adding new content for game, enchantments, customization, a lot more. If you guys want to see more about it, make sure to go to the Twitter. I end up retweeting a bunch of the shit, so just go to my Twitter and you'll pretty much see the same thing. So, what you're seeing here is the brand new Operation Phantom Sight loading screens. As you can see, it's pretty much a close-up of the operators. A little bit different than what we had in Burnt Horizon, where we had obviously the two operators coexisting since they are, I guess, homies. You can see how the background changes color along with the characters, so this is pretty epic. We are going to be doing this on PC only because we pretty much get it a month earlier on PC. They did change a lot of the stuff, so deployment gadget, I guess, they fixed that. Obviously the new ranked guide and ranked experience. So if we were to go to the home tab and click the play feature, it still has this. I'm sure they're going to change it like, you know, how it's supposed to be in the real game. It's still kind of like this this whole ranked thing, and well, maybe it isn't. Hold up. Let's back out. Go to this thing. Let's go to the ranked guide. I guess it's alternate. And you can actually see all these cool things here. Just at the guide menus, you can see map change. You can see my rank. Obviously, I haven't been ranked on TTS. I mean, it doesn't even. I actually got ranked Grim Sky and Wind Bastion. It just doesn't even say anything here. The skill obviously shows you where all the MMR is and pretty much where everybody is. I'm sure this is just fabricated. I don't think it's real stuff. And it just kind of tells you what happens if you leave the game, the maps that are played in the game, the rules set, all that good stuff. It's pretty fucking amazing. Now we move on to the operators. It's finally complete. My OCD can shut the fuck up. Finally, and you can see that we have Nook and Warden here in these operator menus. They are going to redo the operator menu as well, so just I guess it's just not here right now. They will upload it soon. Obviously 19 days, so pretty much from this video, pretty much about 20 days, think about it like that, and the new operation will come out. So on Nook, her gadget is the counter intel wipes, or the hell presence reduction. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the counter intel that wipes Nook's image from observation tools and reduces her noise with exceptions. So as you can see, she's 2 armored, 2 speed. Pretty much she activates her thing and she pretty much becomes visual, but without the white noise. I mean, there is kind of aspects of the white noise at the beginning when you first activate it. There is a white noise effect that goes around, kind of like you were viewing Vigil, but in order to not have like confusing, you know, standpoints from the two operator sides. So, you know, if you have white noise and you are on a cam on attackers, you obviously see the white noise. And I don't know if it works the same thing for defenders. Like if defenders would use a cam and watch Vigil while he has this thing activated, would he have that same thing kind of going on? But I think they just pretty much made it a little bit different just so that it's not confused with Vigil's ability and what it does for the game. So pretty much what she does, she goes into like the stats, almost like how Cav does. She kind of gets a little bit lower, and you know, she has her arm as like a rest for her to shoot guns. Her guns and everything about her class setup is actually very, very, very interesting. As you can see, this is an attacker with a defender SMG, defender shotgun, and pretty much pistols that we've seen before. I believe they said that they're not going to be adding that many new weapons to the Rainbow Six game anymore, or at least not for a while, because there is a lot of guns and there's not that many operators using them. Up till now, only Legion and yeah, pretty much Legion has been the only one being able to use this. I think actually this is the Ying shotgun. So yeah, Ying was the only operator using this. Blackbeard and Valk were the only operators using this. FBI operators were the only one using this. SAS operators were the only one using this. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to kind of like mix and match the guns for the next couple operators. I would give them another 2 seasons for them to give. So like pretty much think under Clash and Nomad and Clash, Cade, Nomad, Maverick. The 2 operators below those will probably have pretty much the same guns as literally everybody else here. Maybe different primary weapons, but I'm sure the secondary and primary weapons will be the same. So we're gonna go ahead and go over Nook first. Like I said, her operator class is very interesting. She has the FMG9, which can now have a brand new sight added to it. Oh wait, never mind. Oh yeah, actually yeah, the new holographic Apex scope. I don't know if this is technically called the Apex scope. I think it's just the new holographic scope for certain SMGs. So pretty much he has this now. Only a sight that was only confined to the the Mozzie operators, and I'm glad that they're adding it to all the small SMGs. So like obviously more of the SAS SMGs. I think even the Bearing 9 will have it. I'm not sure. Obviously the reflex and the red dot are out there too. We're just gonna add that one. Barrels are pretty much standard, flash hider, muzzle brake, suppressor. Obviously we don't have a compensator, so the next best thing is flash hider just for big sprays. And red dot sights are usually a no-go. I would never run a red dot sight unless you're using a shotgun. And even then it's very, bad for close quarters combat because everybody will be able to see your red dot sight. You'll have to compensate for it yourself. Anyway, that's the first gun, the FMG-9. Next thing we have is the 612 SD, which is pretty much just a already suppressed shotgun. It could also have, well, technically it has the classic holographic scope. As you can see, it's not the new scope. On this, I really just run a reflex. I honestly don't even ADS that much, so on this gun, I will actually run the red dot sight and take off the scope. I don't think I'll ever use the shotgun, but I mean, if I ever do, it's going to be super freaking accurate. The D50 got a new attachment that we've never before seen on this gun in particular. As you can see, we now have barrel attachments. Back then, we couldn't have barrel attachments, and I was kind of scared for what the barrel attachments would do for this gun. It's very OP, but there's a lot of downsides to using it, and being that it's on practically 4 operators now, they obviously had to add some depth to the weapon. So I'm glad that they added the suppressor, which makes it look really fucking goofy. This kind of reminds me of if you were to put a suppressor on the P9, kind of really goofy. Obviously, muzzle brake is just obviously it just suits the gun more. It's even styled to the barrel, and it's gonna do a lot more for you with the recoil reduction when you're single shot firing. You could run the suppressor if you're gonna be super sneaky with Nook. That's up to you. I would run that suppressor on the 5.7 over here. That's actually what I'm going to use for the 5.7, the suppressor, no red dot. So if I ever run this character, I would probably run the 5.7 suppressed along with the SD12 or the 612, and that's pretty much be my setup. Obviously, always have claymores. Breach charges are alright. They're not the greatest, but I mean, claymores are your best friend. Your easy kills, pretty much. They will be, allowed. Obviously, we're going to have a shit ton of cool customization going down for her later on when the season develops, and in later seasons as well. On the defending side, we have Warden. He's a Secret Service, and I forgot to mention that Nook is part of the Jaeger Corps in Norway, and Warden's obviously Secret Service for the United States. His ability is the Glance Smart Glasses. Eyewear that improves your visibility in smoke while standing still. Can also be activated to protect against or reduce flash blind. So pretty much, it's immune to smokes, it's immune to flashes, which is really good counter for all the flashes that we possibly have. Each character pretty much has 3 flashes. If they have flashes, like, Habana, Ash. Blitz is a very annoying operator to deal with when you have nothing to counter a flash at all. Now we have that in Warden, and same thing with the Ying, other than looking away, even though Ying's flashes are a little different. They're a lot more encompassing of that area in which they're thrown. So now, Warden's going to be able to really help out. I'm sure he's going to be an immediately into ranked operator, even though he is kind of slow. As you can see, he is if we go back, it doesn't really tell us his, he's 3 armor, 1 speed, so he's going to be a slow boy. His running animation, he keeps his gun to his, I think it's left or right, I don't know, but he carries his gun like this. I'm guessing they're adding more depth to the animations of the game just to make it a little bit more personalized. Kind of like how Mozzie, everybody loved Mozzie because he had a new animation, and both of these new operators do have a new animation for when they run, when they ADS, so it's really cool. We're going to go over his loadout. He has a M5 shotgun, so pretty much like the standard SAS shotgun that we get, as well as an MPX, another gun that we've only seen on Valkyrie before, and now that gun's getting a little bit more depth when it comes to playability in other operators. As we saw, the M5 had a shit ton of operators to use, that used it with the initial 4 operators, the SAS operators. So on this gun, we really don't even like running anything. I know I'm not going to run anything, especially on this gun. It's just a shotgun. I really don't even use shotguns that much, but I'm glad I can have that. And obviously, I want to have the default holographic sight. Even though reflex is pretty good on it, I like the holo sight just because I don't really use the gun that much, so I'm not like super accurate with it. If I was, obviously, I'd run the reflex. Compensator, just because it's an assault rifle, you're not going to be triple bursting with it. And since we're on PC, might as well angled grip. If you're on console, you obviously want to run the vertical grip instead of the angled grip. That's pretty much it for the primaries, and the secondaries are a little different from Nook. She has the P10C, which is similar to the pistol that was only confined to Clash, and that nobody really even used, because Clash has their automatic SMG. That's the buff that they gave her a while back. So this gun's pretty much been overshadowed when it comes to the SMGs and the secondary weapons in general. So now we finally get to play it a lot more similar to how we do an Ella pistol. And so that's going to be pretty awesome to have that. We don't really need a red dot sight. I personally would like a red dot sight on here just because it kind of matches the, the red dot sight that it already has. And being that they also redid the recoil on some of the SMGs, now we have an SMG 11. I think on this gun, actually, no matter what we play, whether it's console or PC, we do want to run the vertical grip just because that shit has a fuck ton of recoil. Obviously have the hollow sight, because why the heck not? No underbarrels, just not to give our location away. And since we are 1 speed 3 armor, we actually want to run the shields on this one. So on this one, we'd be able to hold an objective, put the shield down. Not that they're going to be reworked as well. We're going to put the shield down. I don't know why it doesn't even show the reworked shields, unless maybe it does. No, it doesn't. We're going to put the reworked shields down and just hide an objective. Whenever they pop a smoke, you'll pop up from the shield, look through the smoke, and if you're not going to instantly get headshotted by a glass, then you're fine. But if you are, then you're fucked. Other than that, that's pretty much the new operators. Operation Phantom Sight, that's what it is? Yeah, Phantom Sight is here. I love the new operators. I love the new maps. Cafe is redid. We'll have a separate video for that. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this new class setups video. I wish you guys the best of luck in this new season. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Chuki.